Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back, welcome back. This is Mike on Sports by way of Fight Hype, man. We got a special guest joining us today. We got Mr. Brandon, Bulletproof Glanton. What's going on, big guy? How you living?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Not much, man. You got a big fight coming up, man. You got, uh, am I saying his name right? Emil Markic.
Hey, yo, that's how I've been saying it.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
how I've been
And,
saying it.
and you got that fight coming up on the 28th of January, correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Man, you getting a lot of steps in your passport, huh? You going to France and you was in Dubai? Dubai?
Yeah, man. Been a few places. It's all right. It's all the same in the square circle, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man.
Yeah.
This is for the WBO International Cruiserweight title, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So tell me, how did this opportunity come about?
Hey, you know what? My manager, he worked his magic and got it. We were supposed to fight um another guy from France, a Cuban, but for whatever reason he had promotional issues and between a manager and prestige fight, they worked it out. They got somebody else.
For those who don't know, who is your manager?
Elliot Amoka, we call him Napa.
Shout out to Elliot, man.
Yo, what up,
What the?
Elliot? Nova Sports, Nova Sports.
Yeah, and I do believe he said he was headed to Dubai earlier today, right?
Yeah, he lives in Dubai, so he probably was going back home.
Okay, okay. Now, what does this opportunity like put you in the WBO ranking?
I don't know the numbers, what ranking that'll put me, but I'm assuming it'll put me in line for the world title shot against Billum.
Okay, yeah, man, Chris Billings Smith, man. And speaking of Chris Billings Smith, man, what what grade would you give him just on the outside looking in? Like, how would you break him down, and what does he do good? What would be some of the opportunities for yourself if that fight does ever come about?
Um, Billum, from what I've seen and from what I know about him, he's a hardworking guy. He's kind of like myself. He's blue collar. He's not the type of guy to miss a training session. He's definitely gonna come in peak condition for any fight. As far as pitfalls, I think that's exactly where he'll run into an issue with me. He is a fighter. He's no coward. He's no punk. So he'll step up and fight. You see him. He's been hurt every fight that I've seen him in, and some type of way he wills himself back to come back to win. So we know that normally when your chin has good health, that comes down to conditioning. So, but I think that'll be an issue in there with me. But obviously, I can't think about him until we get through a meal.
And absolutely. Now, how much do you know about Mr. Market?
I don't know much. I've seen him fight a couple times. I know that he's a light heavyweight that moved up. So I know he's got a bunch more rounds than myself. He's a vet, so he's scrappy, but he's older. So I saw a couple tendencies that I'm hoping to exploit in the fight.
Now, you did speak of like you was doing like medicals like today. Like, what type of medicals like were you doing? Like giving like blood and like urine
Oh
samples?
yeah,
Or
just the regular stuff: blood, MRIs, stress tests, all that kind of stuff. So
how important is a clean sport to you? Like because like we just had like some controversy last week with Artur Beterbiev had a sample come back atypical. I googled myself, like I had to Google atypical, like the it said irregular or out of the ordinary, something to that extent. So I was just thinking, like, if if it's out of the ordinary, like what kind of great area is that, or do you have even opinions on
and I can't speak on him. I don't know much about him other than I mean, I've done training camp with him, but he is an extremely hard puncher. But I don't know if I would reach so far as to say it's something that's out of the ordinary. I would spar with the guy, train with the guy. Um, I think he's a product of hard work. As far as anything extra, I feel like those fighters that need those extra hands, then they must be lacking somewhere else. But it's kind of like if I can't control it, why would I concern myself with it? Obviously, if we find out, like I think we found out against my teammate Adam Kovnowski that his last opponent had a little something going on, but I don't know if the decision got turned around. But regardless, on the night, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing a person can do about it. You still got to handle your business, and it's I forget the fighter's name. Uh, One of the female fighters who went up against someone, and she said it was like she was being hit by a man. So I think it's unfortunate. I think,
Rashawn Cruz when
but
she fought that.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Exactly
man.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
But it's just like on that particular night, there's shit I could do about it between the bells if I don't know what's going on, right? So on that night, you gotta handle your business, and outside of that, you gotta let God handle that. That's people's health and people's futures and families. Obviously, some fighters don't care about that, so there's not much I can say except for it's unfortunate.
How has training camp been for you going into this fight?
Sheesh.
Talk to me.
Listen. I would like this has probably been my toughest camp. Not necessarily because I'm fighting the toughest guy, although I know he's gonna come ready. He's come ready in his other fights. My sparring, listen, he been on another level. So coach been extra rough this camp, and obviously it's cold outside. So we just everything about camp has been brutal. But I've seen so many gains in this camp. It's ridiculous. So I'm 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 ready to see my performance on the night. That's for sure. I earned it.
Where where is camp based at for you right now?
So we did camp in Fort Mitchell, Alabama. That's where my home gym is.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't spend much time in Delray for this one with Sugar, but Jason Jones, my head trainer, he been different this camp, so I think I got something special for y'all to see.
Now you said the sparring has been very very good. Have you brought in like notable names, or are these just like up and coming guys, or just guys that just
Uh
been giving
I
you
would I
a little
would
bit of
say
both?
some definitely up and coming guys.
Mm.
Both of the bulls that we brought in, and they different. They different. I always reveal it after the camp. So whenever we fight and or I make my post, everybody will know then. But it's been rough, that's for sure. They've been pushing me. They're young, boy. Oof, they've been different.
Just to go back real quick, you said that you were in a couple Arthur Beterbiev camps. Did you
I was
take
in. I was
anything?
in. Yeah, I was in a camp. I was in a camp with them. Yeah.
Did you take anything from those camps that you put into your camps, or how was it just seeing somebody of that class operate?
Hey, you know what? Beterbiev taught me that I was doing the right thing. A lot of people um have always said that I work too much, I do too much, or you overtrain this, or you overdo that. But Beterbiev is another one, the blue collar guy who's in the gym every single day before and after everybody else. So he showed me that I'm doing exactly what I need to do. It's not always comfortable. It's not fun. There are other things I would like to be doing, but when you see what you get from it, it's impeccable. So if that would be the main thing, other than a lot of pain.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie, Beterbiev a bad boy. Now, I know
listen,
you may be a little biased with this next question, but if that fight does happen, Beterbiev, Bivol, who you got on?
Bivol.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody talks about power, power, power. And don't get me wrong, like we see Deontay Wilder made a whole career off of knocking people out and a few other people, but right, if you got a nuke and you can't get it home, what's the point? I think in that fight with Bivol, he would struggle to get to get that damage there. Bivol's not gonna stand there and take that, and he's not gonna run from him. He's gonna move around like he needs to. It's kind of like how Andre Ward said he moves when he needs to move. When you master timing and distance, it makes power kind of irrelevant. Um, I don't think he'll go unscathed. But I think Beterbiev punches hard enough for Bivol to be really, really sharp that night. I think boxing IQ will come into play. And I've been in there with Beterbiev. He's got really short arms. He knows how to use it. Now, don't get me wrong, he got a great jab. He know how to use all his punches. But I think every bit that Bivol can take advantage of and win, he's gonna come 100%. So timing and distance, I think it overrules that power. You know.